All my dear students, participants for this webinar on Industry 4.0 after Lockdown 3.0. So friends, you all are very curious about what will be the industrial scenario, what is going to happen after this huge lockdown. So many industries are being closed, and you are fortunate we have with us distinguished guest Honorable Sudhir Mateti sir. He happens to be in association with industry culture, industry people since last 30 years. Despite of this COVID lockdown and the industrial setback, he has witnessed many ups and downs during his tenure, and he is having very sound experience regarding how to deal with these situations. What will be the after consequences of such similar types of situation? No one can predict it exactly, but with the base of his previous expertise, experience, he will definitely guide us how to update our knowledge, in what way in the coming days you have to present yourself, what will be the challenges in the new jobs, what way you have to update your skills so as to acquire a position in the job market, to update, to enhance your employability skill, what additional skills you need to grab, so that in the job market you will not find it difficult to secure your job position. So may I request Sudhir sir, now for this afternoon batch we have with us people from civil and mechanical engineering discipline. So I request you to please proceed with the webinar. Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you, Hamre. It was nice of you to speak such warm. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah.
Am I audible? Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So, thank you, Dr. Mamre, for the nice introduction, and I welcome all students on behalf of the professor and the Chetan Yelekar and Sheetal Vatile sir. All of them have taken great efforts to organize this webinar, and this effort will be, we will be thankful to them only if we make the most of this effort. So, in my endeavor to give knowledge to the students, I am trying to share whatever experience I have gathered and try to give you input so that you can make the most of this opportunity. So let me quickly summarize what is the scene right now, what seems to be the near future and what seems to be the far future, and how do we capitalize on these situations when there are tough times. Okay. So let me currently talk about this pandemic situation, COVID-19. And this pandemic, COVID-19, has brought some harsh learnings to the entire world, global learnings. One of the most important learning that we learned from this COVID-19 is work does not stop irrespective of physical presence. There is a lot of work which is happening on the software side. There is a lot of work which is happening on the digital media. So one of the important skill sets that all these students who are attending this webinar should work upon is digital platforms and digital learning. Sooner or later, all these people who have knowledge of the digital application tools are going to stand a better chance of employment, are going to get a better chance to get connected with people. First. Second is, this COVID-19 has also brought a lot of new things to light. For example, a lot of malls are not going to open very soon. A lot of manufacturing setups where people work in close proximity are also going to face a lot of difficulty. Plus, a lot of businesses which are physical are going to shift on the online mode or the digital mode. We have realized in the recent past that the online business has grown 10 times, like the Swiggy's, the Uber's, the Zomato, and the online shopping. The all online grocery shops have also delivered great value during this COVID-19. So what is the new understanding? What is the new norm that this COVID-19 has brought? The new norm that COVID-19 has brought is that we need not be physically present to do the required job. What is required is your core competence and your ability to reach people digitally. So it is important for all of us to understand that how we can serve the customers, the product dependent people, and how can we deliver, using this technological enhancement. If we are able to do that, I think we will gain a lot of mileage. Today I was reading an article where the only organization which was benefited, where the 20% more business and more profit during this COVID-19 was the owner of D-Mart, the grocery supplier. His share value has not only gone up, but he has also earned 20% more than the regular revenue during this lockdown. Now, what made him do so? What did he do differently that he could earn so much? Let us look at this as a case study. What he could do is deliver grocery products online. He could give people tokens of appointment on the online website. And he could prepare a list of groceries that each society would require and deliver in a truck to their societies and maintain that token system and deliver ready-made packets. So instead of people waiting for people to come to the store after the lockdown, he took an initiative that he went to the people using the digital platform. And people paid in advance using Google Pay or other online payment modes. So he was the guy, he was the gentleman or a businessman who could make the most of COVID-19. Similarly, all HR faculties like me, at a little time, we deliver training programs using webinars and seminars. What I could do is contribute to the students and the other fraternity using such medium to educate them and share more knowledge. So I could deliver successfully 11 to 12 webinars in this COVID-19 period, where I could at least deliver trainings to 1,200 audiences. So probably there are so many other industry experts who are also doing the same, which means that the ability to reach the audience digitally and the ability to deliver your products irrespective of the absence of physical media is going to be a critical mode going ahead, and this will lead to a new norm or a new system. So for all those students who are present here in this webinar, my suggestion to you is, while you are educating, while you are learning your core engineering, I would also suggest you to be little active on the social media. Rather than spending time on TikTok videos or WhatsApp chats or looking at film videos, I would like you to invest your time in creating some knowledgeable video clips, knowledgeable PPT presentations, technical information snapshots, and so many other things, and post it in the digital media and get connected to a lot of recruiters. Use this time in the social media to connect to the recruitment fraternity in the industry. Believe me, this is one of the most important golden tips that I am giving to the students. If you are able to connect and build rapport with at least 100 recruiters of different companies, and while chatting with them, understand that what their company is looking forward for, and try to learn one skill set out of the list that they are seeing in this COVID-19 breakdown, I think you stand a far more better chance to get a job than the person who is not socially active with the recruiters on the social media. So I think this will go a long way. So one of the most important tools that we need to understand is digital tools. So all the platforms, whether it is the digital media, social media, or all other media, digital platforms that are available, whether it is the Twitter handle, whether it is the Facebook handle, whether it is LinkedIn, all these media should be effectively handled to showcase your skill sets, your competencies, and reach the right target audience of recruiters and able to create an impact. Sooner or later, resources who are going to be absorbed are the ones who shine the digital platform. All certificates and appreciation that you get from your colleges, your faculties, please post in the digital media, connect to the recruiters, share those achievements with those recruiters, and start creating your own digital space where there are people, fan followers, and there are audiences whom you follow. Correct? While all this period is on, I am sure after COVID-19, the job opportunities are going to be little bleak. It's not going to be as rosy as it was earlier. But there is a silver lining to the dark cloud. Looking at this current situation, the global breakdown because of pandemic and because of the China's role in this pandemic, whatever role people assume to be, the nations assume to be, there are more likely chances that the new industries are going to join India. India is now probably being looked at in global hub for manufacturing. So sooner or later, we are expecting a lot of other manufacturing setups getting started in India, and there is a lot of global rush for looking at India as a new manufacturing hub. So there are a lot of chances that suddenly the manufacturing market, Make in India initiative can take a flying color. But it may not happen instantly because there are a lot of government policies, the foreign investment policies which have to be relooked at, which the government is relooking at. But it may take some time. So while it takes its own course of time, let us understand what can we do to ensure that when our time really comes, what can we do to grab that opportunity. So let me first try to address one fear that most students have. The most important question that students are worried about is the assessment and the marks which are going to be given in this COVID-19 era. And most people are scared that, sir, my marks does not come great, and if there is some favoritism which will be played, and if the marks are not as per my expectation, then there is a possibility that I may not get a great job. Let me be honest and let me be candid in saying that students never get a job based on their marks. They generally get their jobs based on the interview they crack, based on their capability that they display in the interview, based on how well have they prepared their resumes. It's also based on what is their involvement in the projects that they have made. Also relevant that how is their personality and how is their competence in English language. Are they well conversant with the modern language and presentation skills? Are they good at Excel sheet and are they good at PPTs? Have they been displaying leadership qualities in the college events? Have they helped people in their journey so far? Have they taught their own expertise subjects to other students to gain more competence in those? These are so many other things which the interviewer looks at while he is hiring a fresher. So my recommendation and my suggestion to all students are, do not worry about marks. Work hard and give your best, but do not think that your future is dependent on these marks. These marks are nothing but just an indicator of your performance, but it is not your performance. The real performance that would matter is first your digital reach to the recruiters in the industry. Second is your CV well prepared? Third is your presentation well? Can you speak great English? Can you comprehend well? Is your communication skills excellent? Have you done justice and due diligence to the final year project that you have prepared? Do you know the concepts of engineering, basic concepts of engineering clearly? Are you aware about the modern tools of engineering? Have you practiced and done your practicals with wholeheartedness? Do you know the practical numbers and practical experiences as fresh as you gave your exams and your practical in your laboratories, whatever you have done? If all these things are in place, I am sure, irrespective of your marks, I think you for a great job. This is my recommendation for students to take care of all these things. Now, secondly, most important aspect is that is our personality depicting our sincerity in our education, our sincerity in life? Today, most of the organizations are looking at hiring people with a great attitude, hiring people with a hard-working ability, hiring people with a lot of basic common sense. So what we have seen is a lot of students have high ambitions. Having high ambition is a very positive sign, but high ambition in the initial journey, in the beginning of the journey, is not looked upon as positive. So most of us dream as landing in a job where we are called as a manager and where we get good pay package. So my suggestion and request to all students here, please grab all those opportunities which come your way. Do not look for a manager's degree or a manager's designation or a great pay packet initially. Take up a job as soon as you can and start working towards it in such a fashion that you are going to make a history out of this job. So the moment you work hard, the moment you display great discipline, the moment you display great dedication, the moment you show skill sets where you meet people socially and you are socially acceptable, where your communication skills are amazing, where your basic etiquettes of life are good, where you respect others, if all these things fall in place, sooner or later your first job is the job which is going to give you promotion and you will slowly, be on the track of your ambitious roadmap. But remember, Rome was not built in a day. It takes time and it will surely take some time. So patience will be the key, and learning ability, openness to learn something new every day is going to be the key skill set that managers and senior managers are going to look at these freshers at. I have seen a lot of freshers who are not very keen on learning, who are not very flexible and adaptive, who are a little hesitant to go an extra mile to work for 8 hours because they have their social life. They have their friends outside waiting. They want to party and they want to spend some lot of time using WhatsApp chats and so many other things. Believe me, friends, the first years of the job after your engineering is the crucial foundation of your long-term career. If you're going to take the first few years extremely seriously, your future is going to be bright. If you're going to take the first few years very lightly, the future is going to be dicey. Then you will have to only be dependent on windfall gains or luck. All those people who believe on self and are self-determined are the ones who are going to work for the first 3 years extremely hard and dedicatedly, forgetting all other things. So it is up to you whether to invest the initial 3-4 years or the remaining 40-50 years. My suggestion to all young engineers would be to invest the first couple of years extremely dedicatedly so that they build a superb career out of these. Last but not the least, I would say that future seems to be bright, but the future seems to be bright only for those students who are dedicated, who are sincere, who have modern tools of application, who are learning something new, who are doing small certifications, who are doing small crash courses, who are learning great English, who are learning great communication skills, whose presentation skills are awesome, and students who have built rapport with the industry experts or built rapport with the recruiters across the globe. If you are able to do that, I am sure that you are paving the path for future. So students, please don't waste time during this COVID-19 break that you have got. Whenever you are on social media, ensure that you make your connections with the concerned people in the industry so that they will recommend you certain valid information and inputs. Rather than chatting with friends, invest your time in building your network, relevant network which can take you to a great job. Also learn small certification programs. Also understand that software demand is going to be high, so try to learn some software languages while you are at home. Also invest time in reading and watching motivational videos from TED Talks or some other videos. You can watch some spiritual videos of Sadhguru or spiritual videos or some motivational videos of Sandeep Kumar, so many other reputed speakers, Sandeep Kumar, Maheshwari, and all those people. So there are a lot of people who speak motivational, and if you look at TED Talks, I think it is a great source of information and knowledge. So if you select topics on TED Talk, there are a lot of things. Simon Sinek is one of my favorite author in TED Talks. If you listen to Simon, you will understand that the reality of technical world is extremely different. So these are my inputs for students to grab knowledge, grab skill set, and to grab learnings in this time. Now I leave the dais to the students to ask relevant questions if they have any, so that I would be able to address their questions and give some justice to this webinar. The dais should be open for the students to ask few questions. Okay, I can see the first question which says which sector has been affected the most owing to the lockdown? The small medium enterprise for manufacturing setup, the airline sector, the hospitality sector, the five-star hotels. These are the sectors which are badly hit because of the COVID-19. The airlines have stopped. All these sectors where people were in transport and people were in travel and tourism, people were in hotels and small manufacturing setups, they are badly hit. Even small entrepreneurs are badly hit. So there are more chances that these people will take a little time to come back to normalcy and then rise. There is a request from Shiv Shekhar, I believe. He is asking me to speak in Hindi. Okay, in my earlier webinar I spoke in Hindi, but there were requests from people to speak in English. So I started speaking in English. No problem. Please ask me a relevant question. I shall answer you in Hindi. Tehreem Sheikh is asking, in Corona vacation, which activity should be done by the student? I think I have answered this question earlier, but let me answer again. Let me try to use Hindi and English mix. ये कोरोना के समय पर, ड्यूरिंग दिस कोरोना टाइम, वन शुड लर्न, सबको ये सीखना चाहिए डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, एक्सप्लोरिंग डिजिटल मीडिया. You should learn Excel sheet, Excel formulas. You should learn PowerPoint presentations. You should learn great English speaking ability. You should learn great English grammar. You should enhance your personality. You should do some yoga, some physical fitness workout, an overall complete package of learning and personality. You should be a great public speaker. You should be a great speaker. If you are able to develop all these things in this corona, okay, I think you are going to be more successful. You can also connect recruiters online and work on how to improve your interviewing skills. And if you can improve on your interviewing skills, it would be great. When I created a JCOT group, I asked students what you want to learn. I was expecting students to learn how the art of giving wonderful interviews. But I was surprised that no one asked that question. So I think you should give a lot of mock interviews and prepare yourself for interviews. Practice a lot of group discussions. Practice a lot of speeches. Create a lot of contents. Write technical articles. Publish those articles in various digital platforms and display your knowledge and connect with a lot of recruiters. I think this much if you do, you are marching ahead in your life. Now, there is one more question by Akshay Giri which says that what will be the market situation of the technical industries in this pandemic? After this pandemic, I believe, in Maharashtra. In fact, I think Maharashtra is a better state than most states. There are likely chances that we may get new opportunities as a blessing in disguise, because the world is looking at Maharashtra as a great epicenter of manufacturing. So the future of Maharashtra looks bright, and we also feel that there are a lot of opportunities. There are colleagues in the software industry where they have hired hundreds of people during this lockdown, done onboarding through digital platform and done interviews through digital platform. So the world has not stopped. It is only our basic life which has come to a standstill, but the industries are still on. So I believe that there is a lot of opportunities which is in store. Any other question that the students would want to ask? Pawar Pratik is asking, are we moving towards the economic recession, and does it affect manpower requirement in industry? Pratik, we are moving towards a recession, that is for sure. You know, the recession is bound to come because the entire globe was down or shut for a couple of months. But it will impact the manpower industry in a very positive format. I believe sooner or later the employability skills and the quality of manpower is going to improve because of this recession. Now everybody will look at enhancing their self better to acquire a job, which means that the quality of students, the quality of manpower, the quality of resources availability will have to be pushed up the ladder, or stringent quality check has to be done to get a job. Now at the end, I feel that though there will be lesser jobs, but those jobs will be offered to students who are competent. So for all those students who have average competency, they will have to work towards building more competence, and sooner or later they will be absorbed. Internship is one of a great platform for students to build their platforms. I would suggest students to pick up internship programs irrespective of the stipend you get or you don't get, but try to learn maximum in those internship programs so that you get a pre-placement offer directly from the company where you have completed your internship. This should be going ahead. Chetan is asking one question which says that, sir, how may we get proper platform to explore ourselves on table? Is there any input from your side? Chetan, I have not understood your question well. Proper platform to explore. I will only say that you have to create your own platform. How do you create your own platform? First of all, I believe use this time digitally to connect with a lot of recruiters, connect with a lot of industry experts on Facebook, LinkedIn. Try to get base with them, touch base with them in understanding what are they looking at in freshers. Try to learn those skill sets and share your knowledge with them on a general chat and exhibit some competence that you have. So I would suggest and recommend students to build their own digital platform where they connect with recruiters, and then you stand a better chance to be absorbed, And I always believe that communication skills will play a vital role in getting connected, whether it is written or whether it is oral. So when you text chat, when you present your research papers, when you present your outcome of your learnings, when you connect with the industry people, there are chances that you will be rubbed to get more knowledge. And sooner or later, I believe knowledge is power, and it will create a platform and you will get a good job sooner or later. Next question that I see is by Somesh. After this pandemic period, what is the scope for new startups? See, before this pandemic itself, India became a capital of startups, and we could see a lot of startups doing a great job. I am very happy and proud to say that, Bangalore is the first city with the highest number of startups in India. Maharashtra is now ranking 5th or 6th, but soon I think Maharashtra will also this number. So there is a quite good number of encouragement for the startups from the top giants. So this trend will continue. The chances of continuity is very high because most of the students want to explore and they are willing to take that risk. So this opens up a lot of possibility of startups and becoming successful. So it is very important that this momentum should continue. And I don't think this pandemic will have an impact on the scope of new startups. In fact, the pandemic will give a positive push to the startups because as you see the jobs will demand higher skill set, larger population will think of venturing into their entrepreneurship and this will give birth to a new era of startups. There is a strong possibility. I may not predict, but there is a possibility that it may work wonders. Next question that I see from Prajapati is what will be the best in this situation? Going for PG or grab an opportunity in any company? If you want to educate further, going for a PG is a choice. But if you get a job opportunity, grabbing that also would be a wonderful suggestion. The best would be combination of both. If you can grab a job and also do a PG simultaneously, this can help you. But if you are struggling to get a job, rather utilize this period to do a PG and keep your hunt for a job constantly on. I am sure sooner or later one will supersede and you will be successful. The next question shot by Nitin Ingole, will the MNCs from China or any other country is going to set up their company in India? What is your thoughts on this? See, I am not sure whether China will set up some setups in India, but other than China, we are looking at Korea, we are looking at Taiwan, we are looking at Vietnam, we are looking at Israel, we are looking at all other countries. We are looking at Singapore, we are looking at Hong Kong, we are looking at Bangladesh. There are so many other countries, North Korea, who are looking at India as a new hub for manufacturing. So there are very high chances that we will get a lot of new manufacturing setups because India has a high natural resource, India has a high young population, India has a good set of skilled population, India has a high ratio of unskilled labor, India has an economic labor, Indian policies are friendly, and the government is making it furthermore economic policies for the foreign investors to come in. So looking at all these factors, and India is a new emerging hub for software development also, so there are high chances that we will have a new business line set up and large manufacturing setups in India coming out from other nations sooner or later. The next question that I see here is from Riyaz Sheikh. He is asking, would we have the chances or opportunity in industry for fresher after lockdown? See, freshers, there is always going to be a huge requirement for freshers. But the only question is, what do you as a fresher bring on table which is different from millions of freshers available? If you have an answer to this question, believe me, you will be absorbed. But the freshers requirement is always going to be high. And I am sure the software industry is looking at very enthusiastic, innovative freshers. So, and having conceptual clarity of your core engineering subjects is going to play a vital role. The next question by Shiv Sakhara. Sir, how can we develop ourselves in the lockdown period? I think I have answered this question a couple of times. Let me make one more attempt. Please work on developing your personality. Please work on developing your language, your communication skills. Please also work on developing how to write technical papers, technical queries, how to answer technical queries, how to write white paper on technical reports, how to present your content on PPT, how to present your content on Excel sheets. So all these tools, how do you ensure that all, if you can do an online certification from CCNA, CDAC, or any other technical certifications, or you can buy some OEM like Cisco and do some Cisco certification, Polycom certification, or any other certification which can value add. I think this is an opportunity for you to learn and exhibit modern tools that you can and sooner or later I think this will come handy for you. Vineet Srivas is saying, sir, please predict me some industrial sector those are affected mostly after lockdown. I have answered this question: the airline industry, the hotel industry, the small manufacturing setups, and all those industries which are in the luxury segment, the malls, the retail malls, all these are badly affected, and it will take time for them to get back to normal. There's a question by Harsha. How will we build ourselves during the lockdown period? I have answered this question a couple of times. Lokesh is asking, sir, please share some practical tips to improve English speaking skills. This is a good question, Lokesh, I believe. To improve your English, the first thumb rule is please speak in English, irrespective of your speaking good, right or wrong. And wherever you do wrong or wherever you go wrong, please pick up keywords, Google keywords in Marathi English translation and try to use those words. Every day make it a habit to use 5 new words in your language or in your presentation, so that in a month you have taken a lot of new words and your vocabulary becomes strong. Even if you make grammatical mistakes, don't deter and stop speaking in English and switch to Marathi. Please continue speaking in English, irrespective of how good or how horrible you speak. The more you speak, the more confidence you will get and the more better you will go. So the only formula for successful English speaking is keep on speaking. The second formula is collect 5 new words every day and use them in your speaking. If you follow these 2 thumb rules, I am sure sooner or later you will pick up great English. Akshay Giri, wait, the questions are scrolling too fast for me to observe. Let me quickly. Yeah. Sagar is asking, sir, so many companies think of startup in India, then how can we attract the startup companies to come in Maharashtra? I think this question should go to the Chief Minister, of Maharashtra. And I'm sure that, the Chief Minister and the other panel members of the Maharashtra political fraternity, they are taking active steps to attract these people to Maharashtra. And I see Maharashtra very, very supportive of these manufacturing setups and encouraging people to come. Sooner or later, we are sure that we will have a lot of setups in Maharashtra and it will give a lot of opportunity. Prajapati is asking, as we know most of the workers from other states went to their home, how will it impact the industrial sector? Yes, there are a lot of migration of workers to their home state. UP and Bihar constitute 37% of the workforce labor workforce, and they have gone to their own villages. But what I understand is, if these 37% of the workforce labor have gone back to their native place, the rest of India workforce labor, for them it is an opportunity to prove that they can also grab laborers' job. The labor population in India is really very high. And I don't think so that these labor population which are migrated back is going to create a challenge, because the percentile of people which are going back to their native place, the similar percentile of people are coming from their native place back to their states, so that their earning capabilities are not impacted. So sooner or later it is going to create a fine balance and the industries will go on. It will not impact the industrial sector to a large extent. To some extent, yes, it will impact, but these gaps can be filled by smart freshers and internship and probably ITI graduates as well. So all these ITI internships, can fill in this gap. Next question is Raja Khan asking, sir, how does Industry 4 works? What is the difference between Industry 3 and Industry 4? It's a very nice question Raja Khan has asked. Industry 4 basically means automation. involvement of artificial intelligence. Now COVID-19 has also added one flavor of digital transformation. So Industry 3 revolution were more of manufacturing setup and manufacturing advancement. Industry 4 is of automation and artificial advancement. And with artificial advancement, it has also focused on digital transformation. Wonderful question, Raja. I appreciate your question. This was a very valid question. The next question from Rohit Kinkar is, what companies or industries do you think we should target? Oh, this question principally goes back to the student about what are his goals. What do you want to become in life? Do you want to become, if you are a civil engineering student, then do you want to really work in the civil field, or you want to go into some other field? A civil engineering student, if he does some certification and goes into a different direction, then it's altogether an individualistic question. But let me tell you some inputs. India is a developing nation. So the first thing that goes well in a developing nation is infrastructure development. So there are a lot of infrastructure development projects going on. All these cities are building with metro lines. All these cities are also building with a lot of other infrastructure projects. Andhra Pradesh is now divided into 2 states, and there are a lot of infrastructure development happening in Andhra as well, Andhra and Telangana as well. So I think there is a lot of chance of using your core engineering skill set and getting into core jobs. But if you find it difficult, you can switch to software and use your core engineering skills using the software to develop the, like Larsen and Toubro is into engineering gamut. Larsen and Toubro has also come with L&T Infotech, which means they have architects, engineers on the software platform who are giving programs for these Larsen and Infotech. So there are a lot of opportunities like that. The next question asked by Prajapati is, will it be effective if we use heavy words in interview? As long as you are clear about the words and the meaning of these words, you can surely use. There are no words which are heavy or light. All words where you know the meaning are good, where you don't know the meaning are bad. If you know it well, all the best. It's a good opportunity for you to exhibit your vocabulary. Next question by Chetan is, how to be consistent and optimistic to achieve our goals? Because many hurdles come across which divert us from our work. It's a very good question, Chetan, I must appreciate. See, I can tell people how to be motivated, but it is very difficult for me to tell how not to be demotivated. So today the people are extremely sentimental, and one bad news, people's morale go very low. Let's say there is one COVID case in your colony, suddenly the people get scared. Or let's say there is one person who loses a job, people suddenly feel scared. I think anybody who is courageous and who has a working and learning attitude, these both attitudes, working attitude and learning attitude, both these attitudes translates optimism. And all those people who have this optimism in them will not let small news or small information, negative information, dip their motivation. Motivation, self-motivation is one of the most important tools to stay ahead in life. And I believe a working out attitude is the best attitude to be optimistic. Thank you, Chetan, for asking such a wonderful question. The next question that I have is from Akshay Giri. Akshay Giri is asking, what will be the market situation of the technical industry after pandemic in Maharashtra? The technical industry will have a little slump, but for sure it will not long for last. It is going to be a 6 months slump. During these 6 months time, what can students do? Let me tell you, for the next 6 months or 1 year, my suggestion to students is, please grab internship opportunities or job opportunities, even if you are not paid. But get into the industry. The moment you get into the industry, sooner or later, when the financial balances comes in place, when the industry is set, you will surely be honored or offered with a great remuneration, provided you have worked hard and displayed great loyalty skills to them. Right? Next is Pawar Pratik is asking, are we moving towards the economic recession and does it impact manpower industries? I think I have answered this question. We are moving towards economic recession, but manpower industry will be affected positively by having a higher skill set of manpower. So you all have to work towards building higher skill set and higher competencies. And all those people with higher skill set and competencies will never feel a challenge in getting a job. Next is Harsha. Harsha is asking, only by getting technical skills do we get jobs? No. By having so many other skill sets, by being empathetic to people, by having a high emotional quotient, by having soft skills in right place, by having good English communication, by having great presentation skills, by also being humane in general, by having a nice heart in right place, by using your brain actively, having a right balance of EQ and IQ, all these skill sets are going to be measured and you are going to get a job. Technical skill sets can be developed on the job opportunity as well. Shiva, you can't read his complete name, Shiva Sakharaka, is asking that, sir, can you please help us about online programs? Okay, there are a lot of online programs available. If you can MTHR, it is more than HR, that the full form. They are offering a lot of jobs. Udemy, UDEMY, is a website which offers a lot of courses. TCS is offering a lot of courses online. You know, TIS, Tata Institute of Social Science, is offering a lot of courses online. You know, so there are a lot. Even Gaurav from Job Visa is also offering a lot of courses online. So there are a lot of institutes and a lot of educational hubs which are offering a lot of online courses. I would suggest all engineering students to also learn about digital media, a short marketing, digital marketing course. Believe me, this will pay you dividends if you can learn a short crash course on digital marketing, whether you are from civil, whether you are from mechanical, or whether you are from any other stream, electronics also. This will really help you. If you take my advice, please do a short course on digital marketing. You will be able to position your profile in the market in the digital platform and grab an opportunity. Sagar is asking a question, sir, so many companies take to start up in India, then how can we attract them? I have answered this question, I believe. Nitin Ingole is asking, just a second. Sir, you are a life coach as well as a motivational speaker. My question is that how to develop good relationship at work life with boss and co-workers, and how to balance work life and personal life. In Ingole, this is an extremely superb question, very nice question. To build an extremely good relationship, one has to be adaptable. One has to be considerate of others' opinion. One has to be weighing others' opinion in the way merit mechanism. Most of the people think that my ideas are right, my opinion is always right, and pay very less attention to others. Sooner or later, a successful person is a person who has built great relationship with others. When you value other personal life. Wonderful question, Nitin. I must appreciate your thought process in asking this question. Thank you so much for bringing this question on table. Next question that I hear is from Prajapati. What will be the best in this situation going for PG? I think I have answered this question. Next is Dheeraj Soni. In design sector, which special quality is more impactful as a fresher? Not only in design sector, in lot of sectors, the students will have to build an ability of spontaneity and ability to think out of the box. So I would recommend all of you to read the Blue Ocean Strategy book. It is a marketing strategy and it is amazing. I would also recommend people to read Harvard Business Review. If you read these two things, I think you will get a lot of examples on how do you develop and how do you think out of the box. You know. So it is important for you to please Google the art of thinking. You know, Albert de Bono is the father of thinking. He has written several books on the art of thinking. If you read his books, you will understand how do you develop the ability to think out of the box. And if you can do this, probably you stand a better chance in your life. Right? Lokesh is asking, sir, will there be a shift from private sector to government sector jobs after this pandemic? See, in Maharashtra, the government sector jobs is more sought after. But if you really look at the Modi government is very stringent with the government sector as well. So, as on date, there is no difference between the government sector and the private sector. The work pressures are same, and the salary structures are more or less similar. And so, I think it is on the opportunity that you get that you are able to grab will decide further. Both the sectors sooner or later are landing in the similar situation and fashion. The next question by Sajid Khan is there good time to switch mechanical field into IT field? There is no good time. If you want to switch, you can switch. It is not a time which will decide, it is your interest which will decide, Sajid. If you have an interest to switch into the IT field, please make so or please do so. But if you want to work into the core engineering field, then that is a matter of choice, not a matter of situation. So that depends upon your interest and competence, Sajid. I think I have answered your question, Sajid. The next question by Nitin Ingole is, sir, is there any changes to be done in technical education system to produce skilled engineer? If you get chance to change or modify system, what will be your opinion? What is your take on this? Nitin Ingole, I would recommend Jagdamba College and all other engineering colleges to open a skill development center in their college. This skill development center should have one faculty, one HOD of each department, also should have student representation from each domain, and also should have live projects where they work, should invite corporate people to give projects where their students can work on those projects and give them back. So by the quality of project that this skill development department produces, the enhancement of their manpower and the selection in the campus placement will go high. The industry will identify you as a skill development, institute, and then there is high chances that reputed organizations can come to you for campus placement once they understand that you have a skill development program and you have delivered live projects to various organizations. This is one input that I would give on Nitin Ingole's question to you. Yeah. The next question by Vaishnavi is, industrial, which sector is important, technical or soft skills? I think both the sector is equally important, but technical sector you will get thorough knowledge hands-on only when your soft skills are in place. If you have a great soft skills, chances are there that your managers and line managers or shop floor in charges will give you opportunity to explore, and there you can learn the technical knowledge hands-on. On the OJT is on the job training. All your technical training and the practical training, there's a huge gap. So To answer your question, Vaishnavi, soft skills will play an important role for you to give an entry, and your dedication and hard work in during the first job will give you the technical knowledge. But sooner or later, both are equally important. The next question by Harsha is, in Industrial Revolution 4, knowledge of IT sector is of much importance in whether Industrial Revolution 4 is there or not, but yes, the IT sector demands a lot of knowledge. And yes, the digital transformation will help people with IT information and knowledge. Right? Bhamre ji, Professor Bhamre, I have answered all that questions that were there on the chat box till now. Was I audible and was my voice clear for the students, and was I able to answer their questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear
Hello?
you. Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yes, I hope probably this second session has given you more mental exercise than the earlier morning session. My student have, without any hesitation, considering you as a family member, they have put forward every query coming out of their mindset and from bottom of their heart. And
so nice.
That too, you have answered them up to the satisfaction level. Thank you very much, sir. And I hope we'll be continuing this journey with you in future as well. So, since in the afternoon mechanical and civil, the core branch students were there, mostly mechanical were relevant to the manufacturing sector and industry oriented, and their job perspectives are related to manufacturing sector only. They have troubled you a lot. Anyway, thanks for your wholehearted contribution and spending your valuable time. I hope you too are satisfied with the interaction with our students.
Absolutely right. It was a very interesting question answer session. I am very happy and amazed by few questions which were extremely interesting. I hope that going ahead I will be able to contribute in getting these students some wonderful jobs. If I could do that, I will feel privileged and happy about that.
Yes, sir, definitely. Only due to this lockdown. Otherwise, we have great hopes from your end. The moment you entered in the city campus and till the time you left, everyone was just querying about whether Sudhir sir have left, whether Sudhir sir is available, can we have a dialogue with him, and that you too have experienced during your 2 days journey with us.
Correct. After this lockdown opens,
so let us
give training on how to give interviews, how to develop their personality, how to develop their language to the final year students, so that they get selected in their campus placement and their interviews.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So today's main objective was to bring you to this platform just to take out the fear from the mindset of our student due to this pandemic situation. Because every time they were scared, what will be the next situation? But I have told them that Sudhir sir will motivate you a lot. And to finally conclude with your seminar, what I can say, there are jobs still in the market. Those who are willing to work hard, जो hard work करना जानते हैं, या आगे की future में they are able to mold themselves as per the current industrial scenario, they are definitely having the job opportunities. Am I clear, sir?
Absolutely right.
Hello? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you're audible. My sincere thanks to Syntel Telecom sir, Dr. Vijay Bhamre, to Chetan Yelekar and Gaurav and all other people who worked hard in making this event successful. Thank you so much, and also to all the students who participated in this webinar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a great day.
With the new beginning after lockdown, stay home, take care of yourself and everyone.
Please share the feedback with me and also post that on LinkedIn and Facebook as well. Yeah?
Sure, sir. Sure. We will do the mechanism on that.
Sir. our Abhi sir will take care of everything.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye.
Thank you everyone for being with us. Now here I declare the session has been over and you can leave the session. Thank you.